Forever. Dog.
All I know
also,
is
I'm
that
like,
the cheese I was eating...
when it comes to...
Wait, let me say this. I have to say this.
Wait.
No, go on.
The cheese I was eating was no Gouda.
Oh,
that, Mac, you had to tell me to wait for that. That was no Gouda.
Guys, I do have to make a note. I have cramps right now. Hot teenage brother. You guys know I went through puberty a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. My periods have gotten worse.
hey,
Hot teenage brothers period.
normalize hot teenage brothers having periods.
Yes, I agree.
It's
and
a bigger
what
statement.
would you... It is
Nugget.
a much bigger statement. That's a nugget.
That's a nugget.
Or like a clot.
It's a glob. It's a glob.
Gross.
It's a globlet.
A glob.
It's a mucusy. Okay. It's a mucusy bloody nugget of knowledge.
Ew. Ew. Oh, here we are. This is where we're at today.
So that's why I'm in my emo feels today.
Yeah.
With my hood up in my matching Bloom sweatsuit.
Welcome to the Chosen Family Podcast. I'm your father. Thanks for listening. We do this podcast every single Wednesday, and we take questions from you because you're our chosen family, and you're a lonely little gay. Lonely little gay. And we answer your questions.
You chose us, and we chose you, okay?
Yes.
We've all chosen each other. And I'm
I just
Alayna.
want to point out
I'm
that
your mom.
I know, Alayna, I see that you obviously wore a black tank top to make us all feel a little better today.
And I have never been hornier in my life. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I am the horniest I've ever been. Look into my eyes,
think we've
listener.
actually talked
Don't I
about
look
this.
like I'm on just a fucking rampage right now with the horniness? Oh my God.
I think one time we talked on one of these episodes, I think we talked about how stress sometimes makes you horny.
Not
Ashley.
right now.
Okay, because then you also said that when it gets to a certain point, then the horniness goes away, but only when it's like really
Did I
serious
say
stress. Yeah, you did. You said that when you get sad or stressed, sometimes it makes you more
Did
horny.
I say that?
I definitely have sex to release the horn, for sure. Sometimes.
Right.
To release the stress. I don't know why I said to release the horn.
I like that better. I like that better.
Release the horn sounds like what I say when I grab the dildo out of the dresser. Release the horn.
That's what the other person is saying.
Release the horn.
Yeah, it's a request, not an announcement. Release the horn?
Yeah. Would you please release the horn, please?
Will thou release the horn?
Releaseth the horn.
Releaseth the horn.
Okay, I want to show you guys something. This is kind of my this is kind of my update. I want to see if this is going to work, but as you know, I moved. Haven't shut up about it for like 3 months. But I've been getting everything all set up, and I want to see if this will let me show you something. Whoops.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, no, it won't because we're recording. Never mind. I was going to show you. I got my camera.
Can you describe it in detail?
Yeah, so I got my camera hooked up to my computer finally, so I can use my computer as a monitor and actually see my camera. And the camera quality, I can't.
Camera quality releaseth the horn.
It releases the horn for me, like in a way I can't even describe. And I was hoping to release the horn for all of you in my reveal, but I guess the listener will just have to know if they're watching on YouTube. You can see, listener, and I hope your horn is happy.
Well, I'm at the weirdest Airbnb. I'm on the road right now, and I'm at the weirdest Airbnb on the planet. And I can tell you right now, no horn in this environment to be released.
Right.
It's a little
your background
strange.
Looks
What's the vibe?
cottage.
Yeah,
it's giving
yeah. I
cabin.
usually stay at hotels, but just to try and mix it up. And I don't think I'll do that again. But you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, cabins for me always release the horn.
Nothing against.
Yeah,
No. It's nothing against
same.
cabins. Cabins are horn releasers
Well, we know
for
it does
sure.
for you, Alayna. You're like the most granola person.
Don't you feel like with an Airbnb, it's always a crapshoot? Like, just a little
No.
bit? Really?
Recently, I've become terrified of bed bugs. So I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about Airbnbs anymore. No
Well, that's-
horn with the bed
But
bug.
that's true for hotels as well, Mac. That's true for hotels as well.
Why would you say that to me? Was that necessary?
I don't know, man.
I kind of felt like the Godfather when I said that. Come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
That's the vibe you are giving off with your heavy period cramps.
Release the horn.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's flimsy bit. My daughter's flimsy bit is flimsying.
Okay, so I recently discovered that I've been eating moldy cheese for 2 weeks.
This is chaotic.
consistently.
This episode
Yeah,
is chaotic.
It's chaotic, and I'm also like,
We haven't done
it's-
updates in a while.
Well,
We
yeah,
have
and
not.
the 2 weeks have been 2 weeks. I love that there's no connection made between Ashley, like, between the 2 weeks, and Ashley being like, yeah, I usually stay in hotels. I actually have a pretty solid routine, but for no apparent reason, decided to switch it up. Just thought I'd try something different. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mac, you've been eating moldy cheese for no apparent
Yes.
reason. Who knows?
Tell us about the
I'm
moldy
okay,
cheese,
thanks
Mac.
for asking. I'm doing fine, thanks for asking.
Are we sure this is cramps, or could it be moldy cheese related?
So for the past 2 weeks, I was like, I seem to be lightly bloated. And I was like, what is that?
Because I'm just like, let's, again, context. Let's, keep the context.
I like the game.
of the
I like the
message.
game. Is it my period or is it moldy cheese? Like,
That's
I think
what I
we
was
should make a
wow,
list
I
of
just
things.
must be bloating from my period coming, but this is awfully early to start bloating. 3 times I ate a cheese stick this week, and it's supposed to be mozzarella. This is purely mozz cheese.
So it's supposed to be white. Is that what that means?
It was white.
Oh, it is white. Okay.
But as I was eating it, every time I would look at my girlfriend and I was like, this tastes like parm. And she was like, it should be mozzarella. I was like,
Does it become parm? Cheese
Well,
expert,
exactly.
right in.
Isn't that kind of-
If you leave the cheese
Yeah.
long enough, does it change cheese? Does cheese change? Because I feel like that's a thing,
I think
right?
it was just footier. Like it was smelling footier.
yeah, but isn't cheese just like moldy milk? Isn't that what it is?
That's my paradox. Okay, so then yesterday night, I opened another bag of cheese I got from the same grocery store.
Yeah.
Well before the expiration date. Moldy. Visible mold. All the cheese I got from that store in the past 2 weeks was moldy. And then I thought to myself, isn't cheese mold?
Exactly.
Where do we draw the line?
It is.
Same with
It
yogurt.
is.
How does yogurt,
Yogurt.
sour cream? Sour cream is literally, it's in the name. It's in the name.
This is risky
It is in the
business.
Also, I know nothing. I am a vegan.
All I know
Yeah, also,
is
I'm
that the cheese I was eating,
When it
Ashley,
comes
wait,
to
wait, let me say this. I have to say this.
No, Mac, wait.
no, go on.
The cheese I was eating was no Gouda.
Oh,
That Mac, you had to tell me to wait for that. That was no Gouda. I was gonna say that I'm a very, you know how there are people. Well, okay, here's a fun little game. Where do you
Okay.
fall on the expiration date flexibility?
I like this.
Because for me, that expiration date is God. That
law.
is whatever that expiration date is, it has expired. I'm not doing it. Whereas Jen, my lovely, beautiful trash baby of a girlfriend,
Yep.
will eat fucking anything, no matter, for such a beautiful. She is just so beautiful and I don't want to say delicate in a negative way, but in a an ethereal way.
Yeah.
You
not
can't,
a
it's very
condescending
hard
way.
for just this you look at her and you're like, are you an angel? And then she'll eat 4-week-old Greek yogurt and be like, it's fine, it tastes fine.
I'm with Jen.
And she's okay at so she's working on me. She's helping me become more flexible with expiration
Yeah.
date law.
I grew
Okay.
up in a house where I guarantee you I could go home today and find something with an expiration date from the 90s.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's,
Okay.
and I'm not joking. Like, I could find a seasoning, I could find an oil. If I dug back in the cupboards, I could
Seasoning?
find something. I'm trying to think
Seasoning
of, like,
goes bad?
what? I'm
No,
trying to
'cause
think of something
seasoning
that's
is
not, like, in the
dried.
fridge.
Something.
But I could find you, I would put money that I could go into my parents' fridge right now and find something from the 2010s.
See, my family is the opposite. My family is the opposite. My mom is literally, if there's one expired thing in the fridge, my mom is scooping out the whole fridge because it's been infected. She's running fans in the fucking apartment. Like, she's
No.
like airing it out. Like, she's doing a total detox.
My mom is opening Costco salsas, scraping the mold off of the,
Yeah.
off of the jar,
Yeah.
and then eating the rest. She's gonna be so mad.
Mac
that I'm
looks
saying
so
this.
disturbed right
Mom,
now.
I love you, and she's gotten better. She doesn't. I don't think she actively eats moldy things. She's
Well,
gonna
tell
be
your mom
so
I have
mad.
some cheese that I'll be bringing over.
Yeah, she'll love it. Just cut the mold off. Yum yum yum.
So, Mac, why did you continue to eat it, bud? Why did you continue? You
didn't
knew
know.
3
didn't
times in a
know.
row you said to your girlfriend, you said, this is a foot cheese. And you were like, I'm going to continue
I was
to
like,
eat
it's
that.
like Parmesan. I thought I went and checked the expiration date, and I was like, I probably just bought Parmesan
Did you
cheese.
say hum out loud?
These must be Parmesan.
But wait, no,
cheese
Mac,
sticks.
no, Mac,
I
no,
must have
Mac.
missed a mozzarella.
No, Mac. Are you saying these cheese sticks were out of the late, that they were not cryo, like what did they do? The seal. You peeled these cheese sticks open, Mac. They had the ingredients on the
Yeah,
thing.
didn't it say mozzarella?
Well,
You are a teenage brother. You're not baby right now. Right now, you are fully a 19-year-old boy. Like
I
that
don't
is
know,
some
I came home
19.
from practice. I was hungry. There was cheese.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, this tastes like foot. It must be a fancy cheese.
It must.
This must be the fancy cheese
This
sticks.
must be the. That is an interesting thing about cheese and other foods. I'm just gonna put this out there. Some fancy foods taste like shit. I don't care what you say. I don't like certain fancy foods. I don't want to I don't want that fake taste. Like I haven't acquired it. I'm not fancy. You know what I mean? I want ice
Well,
cream.
and I think they would say it's an acquired taste, but
Right.
yeah,
Don't try and
depends.
gaslight me into eating foot.
Fair.
But Mac, where was your family growing up on the expiry date game?
Yeah.
That's hilarious because most of my family didn't
Just says
eat
not a
anything
joke.
that had preservatives in it, to the point where like I feel like stuff in our house didn't have expiration dates because it was like
Oh, from the garden.
pecans.
It's from the
or
garden.
from the garden.
Yeah,
From the Garden of
right.
Eden.
So this is okay. So it's not Mac's fault. She never
Right.
had cheese sticks growing up. She doesn't know that you leave them in the package.
Yeah.
No,
I never
she-
knew
no.
that if I was eating something that smelled disgusting, I was supposed to stop eating it and check.
Mac, you look like you are gonna get some write-ins today because you do look like sexy emo boy today.
You
like
do.
you definitely have like a thing going
Oh.
on. Yeah.
Guys, I am hurting.
Oh,
Aw.
So before
see,
you
that's
write
baby.
in,
That's
say
baby.
something nice before you write in.
Yeah, say something nice to Mac.
I feel like someone reached through my belly button and
yeah.
like took 2 fingers and went, like,
Oh, yep, yep,
and then they like.
yep.
I'm not gonna do that motion, but you know what I mean.
It's too late. You
Patreon
already
only.
did close enough.
Patreon only.
Damn it. Patreon
Blur
Couple
that,
times
Danny.
Just for Patreon. Blur it. Yeah.
I love it when Danny. I love it when Danny blurs. Isn't Danny just
Yes.
such a talented editor? Like
Yeah.
this
I
is
am
not
blown away.
that. She has very little to work with here to make artistic decisions, and like she always fucking nails it. Like she put in a shot the other week of me eating my gyro. That I was
Yep.
like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
That is so
When she
like me
blurs- yeah.
disgustingly eating my gyro and blurring my face.
Yeah.
Like so funny, so fucking
funny.
funny.
Feedback is also horrible. Like we'll be like, Danny, listen to the entire episode and just catch the vibes and then make a cut.
Yeah, she'll send us.
If you could just catch those vibes.
Like what? Okay, I know exactly what you're referring to.
Danny, vibe check. Vibe check, Danny.
But Mac, I know exactly what you're referring to because there was one time my daddy sent an episode, and I reviewed it, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, dang. The first like 20 minutes, it just seems like, I don't know, the vibe's just not quite right. Like, could you?
These two are the note guys. The note
Well, yeah,
guys.
I watched. I watched
I'm
that shit.
full chaos. I'm out here like, do whatever you want. I've got, go ahead, put it out there.
Yeah.
And then there's me like fully going down on a falafel. Just
And I'm like, I said that sentence twice, and it like didn't really land. Can you cut it?
I'm worried that my tone might hurt someone's feelings for that line.
I'm worried that
Could you just do a little pitch shift on my tone?
hey,
There.
it's me, Alayna. I've never heard a fly. I've never said anything remotely negative in my life, but there's like a slightly long pause, and I'm worried that could be interpreted in a sarcastic way.
As judgment. I don't want people
and-
to think that it's judgment.
Because you know how people think I'm constantly judging. The people out there really think I'm a very mean person. So I just want to make sure that they don't feel hurt by my nasal breath. There was a slight emission from my nose that makes it feel like maybe I was speaking poorly about women. So if you could just take that out.
That's what my notes.
That's fucking hilarious.
Danny, I'm
The
sorry.
breath blowing out of my nose. I'm worried that it sounds like a slur.
There's a slight inhalation in my right nostril that just feels like violence, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm violent.
Danny, the vibe was violent, Danny. Can you
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Oh
I
God,
raised my
Brian.
eyebrow in such a way that might have been supporting Trump, and I don't want anyone to think that my eyebrow supports Trump.
Blur it, Danny. Can you blur my
Vibe
eyebrow?
of my right eyebrow. It voted for Trump. I need it cut. As a matter of fact, just take off both eyebrows.
I'm
don't
gonna
want anyone
tweeze. I'm actually gonna tweeze it right now, just so that so that it like all feels like
Oh
succinct
my
and-
God. Oh,
Do you guys
are
wanna
the
take a question?
Can I just say it's so nice to be with you and laugh with you right now. So thank you.
glad I can be of service with my sensitivities.
Hey, watch that tone.
Alayna, no, Alayna. That
What?
Alayna, that felt a little sarcastic. Mac, did you feel the sarcasm on that?
Oh,
The
people
vibe
people in
was
the
sarcastic.
military, they're gonna take that. That's gonna be offensive to people who've served in the military.
Stupid.
Oh no.
Well, should we
Yeah.
do some questions?
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
a
it.
sensitive. I'm just.
We all are. We all are.
I
It's just
know.
each in our own way. You know, like
Yeah.
Nugget.
Yeah.
Clot.
blood clot. We are all a sensitive little baby.
Okay, this is a fun question.
Okay.
Yeah?
We love
It's
a fun
about the
question.
ultimate.
Wait, where did we get this question?
From our Discord,
This
possibly.
question from the Discord.
Actually-
You're sitting there, you're like, the vibe of this question is really good. Where did you guys get that from? And I would have to tell you that it's from our Discord for our patrons, chosenfamily.com
Nope.
slash
Nope.
Chosen Family Podcast Patreon.
Nope.
Patreon.com
Nope.
slash Chosen Family.
Podcast.
You're
Chosen
so
Family
close.
You did it.
Patreon.com/slash Chosen Family Podcast. That's how this is possible. That's how we do it.
Okay, I'm dead.
We couldn't make this on ads alone, not by a landslide. So
Not
thank you for
even a little
donating.
bit. Yeah.
You good little bottom.
Thank you. Ooh.
That's
Ooh,
what I say
that
on
was a
my
little spicy.
on the other. That's what I say on the other bottom.
That was a little spicy. Yeah, but you
Do you
said
know
it,
that
like,
I call them little
serious.
bottoms?
Yeah, but usually
No,
you shout. Usually you
Ah,
shout.
you good little bottom.
Yeah, and then it's like, but this was like, you good little No, I don't want that soundbite out there. Not finishing that.
Yes, we got this question. We actually got this question from our Discord, from our patreon.com slash Chosen Family Podcast Discord, where you too can ask a question.
My favorite one that you said was chosenfamily.com/podcast. Just not even
anyways.
close.
Chosenfamily.podcast/patreon.com.
chosenfamily.podcast/Patreon.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
Question for the pod, stemming from the conversation about the ultimatum last week, and also my own life. Bum, bum, bum.
This is
These are
from
important.
Mal on the ultimatum. This question.
Oh my god, I
This
wish.
sounds like
Oh
this
my God,
person
I wish.
was on the cast of. I had Mal on the other pod. It's gonna come out soon.
What?
Subtle plot.
Guys, can I just say
Yeah.
I was
She-
mask for mask.
she
Watching
is
Mal.
one of the loveliest people that I have
Yeah.
ever met in my life. And I know
Least
there was
surprising thing you've ever said.
I know there was some stuff out, right, but like I think there was some stuff out there with a narrative around like why is she keeping her cool so much? Like it
people were
almost
saying
like
she
people
cheated.
accused her of
Yeah.
being false. But now that I've like
that's
in-
proof you can't do anything right.
right, no, truly.
If she acts out, she's toxic. If she's too chill,
Yeah.
She's too
cheated,
chill.
she's hiding
toxic.
something.
Right. Yeah. So like when I interviewed her and I got her background on her life, which is, in the episode, I was like, this all makes so much sense to reflect your demeanor on the show. And I hope people who were like, I mean, every now and then you meet a really special person. And this is the way that I felt about you guys when I met you. And it's my absolute favorite thing about podcasting is meeting people and being like, oh my God, you are such a special person. I feel so lucky that I get to sit down with you and have a conversation and be able to have this like hour and a half long experience of like fast tracking our friendship and seeing like the chemistry that we have, because she is one of those people that you're like, you are so special. You have just like a special heart. And it was lovely. It was like just absolutely lovely. What an incredible human being. Go on.
I know that like us being there's 3 of us, so like having guests is chaotic, but like sometimes you have guests on your other podcast who has even heard of it. Sorry.
Tone.
Oh my God, Danny,
Danny, cut that.
Danny, vibe check on that, Danny. Oh my God.
And I'm
What are
just,
we gonna
like,
fucking
jealous.
do?
I'm jealous, and I'm like, I want to meet these people. I want to talk to these people. as
Alayna,
well.
I will introduce you to literally any of these people that you want. Just tell me.
Well, do any of them have YouTube channels? Because that's more my kind of collab space.
I'm sure they would collab with you. I'm sure. You just have to reach out.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm happy to introduce you to literally anybody. Mac as well, obviously. And I know Mac has done the same for me.
We
What,
should
Mac?
get an Airbnb for a month and just have a bunch of guests. So that
We should
can
come
do
to
it in
this
person.
Airbnb.
That's okay. That's okay. Thanks.
That's okay. Thank you. That's
Are
so
you sure?
sweet. Thank you. No, I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm the vibes.
Busy that month.
Wait, maybe Danny can edit them, though. Maybe Danny can edit the vibe out of the Airbnb.
Oh, motherfucker! My passport.
what's wrong?
Oh, Mac. Have you still? You're in a bad place. I don't want to chastise you today.
Okay, I'm gonna do it today.
You should do it today.
I'm not doing anything today because I'm on my period and I'm
Yeah.
clotting and I'm just
Cramping.
I'm really
Mac, don't keep doing this, bud.
Patrons get it.
Don't
the
Don't
hand
keep doing-
movements. I'll do it today.
Yes. Yes.
Question for the pod.
Wait, what was the last one? Did we answer it?
No, Ashley interrupted me per usual.
Oh my God.
Oh no, Danny, violence. That was a violent vibe.
Danny,
the vibes are
that
violent.
was a violent vibe. Can I just say something? We do this over the internet. There is a lag.
Yeah.
You
Danny
can't
cuts
always.
the lag
I know.
most of the time.
Yeah, but
Unless
that's
the
why
vibe's off, in
sometimes
that case,
there's.
it's totally Danny's fault and she didn't cut the lag.
I'm
Okay,
having
let's
deja
get to the
vu.
question.
Yeah.
Although I do feel
Okay.
okay. One more interruption.
Fuck me, I'm gonna.
Mac,
I
I
do
expect an
feel like-
equal number of lashing out. I need you to equally lash out at Alayna right now the way you lashed out at me for fairness.
She doesn't feel like it.
Why?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I do feel like a bit comfier though, because in the comment section of the video where we were or of the episode where we were talking about like, oh no, we don't get to questions. A lot of people were saying they actually don't care about the questions.
Yes,
and they just,
I saw that as well.
So I don't actually feel as stressed about it because
Yeah.
no one's being
I
hurt.
think it's
so
I think it's
can
one of those
sleep at
things where
night.
like we are trying to make the best episode possible for everybody, and sometimes
Yeah.
the questions are the best thing, and other times it's us
We're just
helping each other or guiding each other through something or talking about our life experience. And like, you know, like those are sort of serve the same purpose. The moments of the updates is like an opportunity. It's not it's an implicit question. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I know what it's like for the people at home. I know the straights are listening, the straight guys. You wake up, your wife's got a million questions for you.
Oh my God.
This and that. And can I give you this breakfast I made you? Can you... Oh, just one after another. The last thing you want is more questions. I see you.
We're here for you. We're not going to nag
here
you.
for you.
We're not going to nag you with our questions. Straight man.
All right, guys. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, let's do the question. The best way to learn a language is through immersion, living where the language is spoken natively and using it every day. But that's not possible for everyone.
So, what's the second best way to learn a language? Babbel. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks.
This summer, you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks.
Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. And I can vouch for this. I am obsessed with this service. I am obsessed with Babbel. I have never found an online language learning resource as effective as this.
I know for me, I'm terrible at learning languages, and that's why I love Babbel, because I'm just getting the snippets that I need to survive and building up on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be able to get those actual conversation-based skills, and that's what Babbel provides.
Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/chosen.
Get 55% off at babbel.com/chosen.
That's spelled BABBEL.com/chosen. Rules and restrictions may apply.
I mess that up. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, Danny, keep all that in.
Question for the pod. Stemming from the conversation about the ultimatum last week and also my own life, is it important to have a hell yes in your relationship? I've been with my partner for almost 7 years and... Everyone shut up. I've been with my partner for almost 7 years, and for a long time, he was my hell yes. Now he's more of my, yeah, I probably think so. I'm trying to figure out if this could be a rough patch or if the lack of hell yes means it's a no.
Your hair is the most emo. This is
I know, it's so emo.
Ready today.
I have, guys, can I ask you a question?
Emo.
I have a pimple.
You're so blurry for us, Ashley. Like, we can barely see you.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yes. I don't know.
Listener, write in, how ugly is my pimple?
No, we're doing compliments today.
I think this is all like about what is that? The whole hell yes thing as a phrase. This is so subjective. It's like, really, what does that even mean to you? Yeah. However, in my personal opinion, if you've been with someone for 7 years, I once dated someone for 6 years. If you are not sure that this is your person after that extended amount of time, it's really up to you what you want this relationship to be. Are you looking for your forever person, or are you happy with this right now? You know, I do think there is like they talk about this a lot in straight podcasts, straight dating podcasts, the idea of like an escalator for your relationships, where you're sort of on it, you're kind of going through the motions, and you're not really checking in about whether or not this is something you want. You're just like moving to the next step of the relationship
for you.
Yeah, it's moving on for you. Exactly. That's why it's called that. Thank you, Alayna. Like, I think if I were with someone for 7 years and I wasn't 100% sure I wanted to be with them, and when I say 100%, look, it's like really scary to commit to someone for your life, but like, you probably do know what you want, is my guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Alayna?
I think that the 7-year itch is real. Like, when you kind of hit that 7-year mark, that's where a lot of relationships either take the next step or fall apart. I I'm with you, Ashley, that I think in your gut if it feels right or not. There is something to be said for choosing somebody and then loving them even when it's hard.
Yes.
But that's different than feeling like kind of meh about the whole thing. Because I feel like, that passion and that hell yes, that kind of heightened feeling will fade. Absolutely. But it needs to be replaced with a sense of like companionship. The love needs to be deepening, not just kind of dispersing.
Of course,
that's the question.
Of course, like spark is something that fades, like in every relationship, but it's also something that can be reignited. So it's like if you're if you're not in a place where you don't feel like you can reignite, if you can't have those moments, like the contrast to spark is depth, like deep security, deep love, deep trust, whereas spark is sort of like this magnetic fire air. Oh my God. I think I might be speaking in terms of astrology right now, and I want to.
Speaking in terms
I was
of
like,
vibe.
you're
You're definitely using some vibology right now.
Yep, star signs. Ashley's talking star signs.
Okay.
It really has
Danny,
been a
cut
couple
all
weeks
of this.
if Ashley's referring to the elements.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you're able to tell. And I know for me, like, I have been in relationships that were really long that relied too much on spark. And there wasn't that deepening. You know what I mean? Like, you need that to be there. So you need that safety, and it's all about balance. So I think you'll kind of know if is this something that I can rekindle and have moments of this, but also have the depth and yada, yada, yada.
Well, and does this relationship still serve you the way that it did 7 years ago? Like, a lot changes within an individual in 7 years.
Oh my
and
God.
so
Yeah.
it could be, too, that what you're experiencing is just that you have grown, you have changed, and maybe this person isn't your person anymore. Or maybe it is a rough patch. But I think rough patch is very different than the feeling of maybe, which is what you kind of expressed in the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mac, what about you?
Yeah, what do you think?
You guys want me to be totally honest?
Yeah.
I've non-derogatory, I feel too young for this conversation. I have not been in a relationship long enough to like really understand like getting to that point. The longest relationship I was in was like a year and 8 months, and it should have ended at like 2 months. So like I don't really know. I feel like as long as you have hell yes moments,
Yeah.
that's probably a good thing, even if you're not like you're not going to be riding that high all the time, I feel like. But also I have no fucking idea because I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Here's what I can say from personal experience. Like, I guess sometimes I wonder at this point, I'm like, people who are probably tuning into this podcast also sorry, there's a big truck going by outside. I hope you can't hear that. People who are just tuning into this podcast, can you guys hear that outside? It's really loud.
It's okay.
I can hear
I
it.
don't mind it.
Yeah, the vibe's fine.
Okay, as long as the vibe's fine.
Good vibe.
Danny, vibe check.
Danny, if the vibe is good, keep it. If it's not, cut it. Just cut that
Yeah, if the
bad
vibe
vibe.
is off,
cut
just
that
like
vibe.
cut it.
Cut.
The only hell yes I've ever had was Danny.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm pretty hell yes about you guys.
Oh.
Oh, that was okay.
No, what I want to say is that, like, even in my long-term relationship that I was in, right? Like, coming up basically a decade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this truck is trying to end my vulnerability. The universe is telling me not to say this.
Say it.
Or it's okay.
It's a truck.
Yeah, that's true. It's a truck.
That is a truck.
It's
Outside.
a truck.
Sometimes it's
literally,
not a
like,
sign.
going forward and backward, like right in front. I don't know why it's like stopping and then going
It's
backward.
parallel parking. It's a truck.
Okay.
You're making the truck nervous. It's
Sorry.
so easy to parallel park.
Sorry,
a
I'm
truck.
flustered. The truck has me flustered. No, what I'm trying to say is that even in my relationship where I was a gay woman, but didn't realize it, in a long-term relationship with a man, I truly believe that part of the reason, well, I know that part of the reason that that relationship lasted as long as it did was because we had that deepening. There was a deepening of love as time went on. So, you know, even though there's all these other things going on, confusion around my sexuality, whatever it was, there was that deepening, and that continued. So, and there was an aspect of choosing each other, you know? So, I think it's tricky. The way that you're writing the question, it feels like this, I don't know, it feels like it's not.
I don't think that we can know. I will also say, like, I have conversations with Jen where I'm like, you know, we talk about the future, and I'm like, do you ever think, you know, we know it will not always be this way. Like, we're so in love with each other, and like, we know that we will have moments of like when it gets rough or when it gets hard, or like maybe we'll be kind of pissed at each other for a little while, and like it's almost like we're speaking to those future us's in those conversations to be like, you know, oh God, I love her so much. Sorry.
She's an angel. She's a beautiful angel, Jen.
Sweet trash baby.
She's a little
sweet trash baby.
A little sad
That is like the
trash
cutest
baby.
nickname ever.
To know that like we're both like, yeah, it's gonna be hard, and we're gonna choose each other because this is the depth that we feel for each other, that like it almost has this like timeless quality, like we're already there. I don't know how to describe it, but I do think like if you're gonna be with someone forever, you need to look at these moments and know that that's a part of it. Like, know that like it's not going to be perfect every day, you know? I don't know.
Well, and what would happen if you checked in with your partner?
Yeah, that's great.
Did she say boyfriend?
Yes, I think so.
Is that what the question? I think so too. Like, what would happen if you checked in with your boyfriend and said, "Hey, how have you been feeling about our relationship? How have you been like, I don't know, where's he at? There's there's him, and then there's the relationship, right?
Yep.
Those are three separate pieces. Check how are each of those pieces doing.
It might be worth a DTR conversation if you're 7 years into a relationship and you're not talking about the future or getting married. That's no judgment there. Everybody's different. But like for you, it might be a define the relationship moment. Like you've established that your boyfriend, girlfriend, you're in this like long-term thing. But have you established what you're going to do for the future in a way that's concrete and not like just on the escalator?
Yeah, and
what are you laughing
exactly.
about?
Concrete and exciting.
Nothing. I just thought it was really cute the way you said boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yes.
You know, boyfriend, girlfriend.
You guys are like, no, you're boyfriend, girlfriend. He's
it
like
reminded
totally
me
your
of
boyfriend.
the Ken and Barbie audio that was trending on TikTok a long time ago. Did you guys hear it?
I don't think so.
No.
How does it start? Oh, he's like, I thought I might stay over tonight. And she's like, oh, why? And he's like, because we're boyfriend, girlfriend. and they're like basically insinuating like that they're going to spend the night together, but they don't know what they would do together. Like they like don't know that sex exists.
Because they're
I don't know how to-
dolls.
Right.
Yeah.
I hate
They're
having
like,
to break
this
down
is
viral
what-
TikTok audios. I'm so bad at it.
Well, it's like you can't.
Essentially, we
There's
have these
so
two
much
Barbie
context.
characters. They're acting as human beings in this film, and
Son,
just can't. Yes,
can you tell
Pops.
what's going viral on the TikTok, kid? I don't understand what's going on.
Okay, can I actually seriously say, is it all just those filters now? Like, my whole For You
TikTok
page
pushes
is
those for
people
sure.
doing those, like, filters.
What filters?
That's the oldest thing I've ever said.
Red flags, green flags.
Yeah. I did the
Anything.
green flags. That was fun. And then I was like, wait, this is my whole page.
What are they?
Just
like-
random stuff, like random filters that just go viral.
Like, it just says,
Okay.
your green flags, and then 3 flags pop up. And then people, like, react to the thing. And I'm like, it's funny for, like, 3 times. And then, anyway. Mom rant? Mom rant.
Mom
Dad
rant.
Alayna,
Mom rant. I was on Facebook, and I just couldn't believe what I saw. Everyone's doing filters now.
everyone is
Should
doing
I do a
filters
filter?
now. So, Mac, when are you done with your period?
just started it today.
Oh
Ah, that's a
no, so
bummer.
that's the worst.
I just
Wait, why
finished
did you say
mine.
my name, Ashley? What were you gonna say? You said Alayna.
Oh, I was just gonna say you look radiant in the black tank top.
And then you
about
decide
me?
to scrap that and ask Mac about her period.
Mac, you look hot. You look like
You
know what
do.
you look like right now. And this is about like
Scraggly.
this
No,
is
you
hard
look
for
like
me
you're,
to
like,
say.
suffering in a hot way.
Yeah, it looks like you like went all night with some girl last night, and you guys are waking
Yes.
up together, and you're in the sweatshirt, and you went to Pound
line.
Town, and you are hungover
Yeah.
from it, but
You look
it's like
hungover.
hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
I really gave it my all. I was
Like,
like,
you
oh my
look
God,
like
I'm so
your breath
tired.
smells bad.
Like, I don't know.
In the hottest way. You look like you're
Yeah, like in a
smelly
hot
in the
way.
hottest way.
Yeah, you're
there
like
are definitely
smelly, but she
times
wants to
where
smell
I'm
you.
glad that we record virtually. Not that Alayna was right about the breath thing, but there are times where it is a blessing.
No, it is
Yeah.
totally, because you can just like from the waist down, we don't even know what's going on. You could be,
That's
I
true.
actually look pretty put together. Do you guys want to see the fit?
Yeah.
yeah.
Danny, vibe check this.
Vibe check this. Oh!
Mine froze.
And it's a
Oh.
two-piece. It's matching. Wow.
What do we have for dinner?
Oh.
Bloom greens.
I kind of feel like we weren't feeling super good and maybe lost our appetites.
Yeah, wait, maybe we
Well,
had
truthfully, I had a
Expired
long
cheese.
night,
Moldy
so I
cheese.
ate everything in the fridge, and you guys didn't get
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. And then we were like, Mac, that was all expired.
we had expired
And
food.
then I felt like I was gonna throw up, but I didn't because I wouldn't be hot.
Exactly.
So then I just now
like,
I'm
burped a
recovering
little
and I'm
and
like,
then,
oh,
swallowed it.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, Ashley.
No, I'm with you. I'm expired cheese. I agree. Okay, well, this has been the Chosen Family Podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Check your expiration dates.
Check your expiration dates. Be safe
your
out
food.
there. If the food tastes like a foot, maybe don't eat it. I think that's the message
Yeah.
today. If you're not a
maybe
hell
check
yes
what
for the
packaging
cheese,
says, and then if it doesn't taste like that,
Yeah. No, Ashley's
Don't
right.
eat
If
it.
your
Like, it
cheese
should-
isn't a hell yes, stop
No
asking
cheese.
about your relationship.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about your cheese?
yeah, is your cheese a hell yes?
You don't want a probably cheese.
You want
You
a
want a hell yes
definitely
cheese.
a hell yes cheese, yeah.
A definitely hell yes cheese.
oh my god.
All
Chosenfamily.com
right.
/podcast Patreon.
Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast is where you can ask a question, be it about cheese, be it about relationships.
http:// Okay, love you guys. Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac INGEMI. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Mariah Nicholas. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Boehm.
Forever